Hello guys! Today we are going to build a new game in Scratch. Have you ever played Snake game on a Nokia mobile phone? That's the kind of game we are going to build today, but with some more modification. For this project also we don't need this sprite Tommy, so remove him from the sprite list. For this game, first we need a frog. So select a frog. Click here and select a frog from these. So yes, frog is here. Click on that. Now frog is on the stage. Can you see the length of frog's tongue? It is too long. So we need to remove this tongue or need to reduce the length of his tongue. For that, click on costumes and click on this select button and select the tongue. Then click on this delete option to remove his tongue. Now go back to chords. Yes, can you see there is no more long tongue for this frog? Now reduce the size of frog. For that, go to events, choose when flag clicked. Now go to looks, choose set size and replace 100 with 50. Now click on flag. Yes, so the size of frog is reduced. Next step is to control the movements and all. Those who use mobile phones need an on-screen control setup for the movement controls. For that, click here and choose this arrow. We need 4 arrows. Up, down, right and left arrows for these 4 movements. So choose 3 more arrows. So yes, now there are 4 arrows in the stage. Now we need to change the direction of arrow. So click on arrow 1 on the sprite list. Then go to costumes. And click here to change the direction. So you can see the direction of arrows changed. Do the same to the rest of 3 arrows also. So click on these arrows in sprite list and change the direction to up, down, left and right. So yes, we arranged all the 4 arrows. Now we need to reduce the size of arrow. For that, we need to select each arrows in the sprite list and need to do coding. So first click on this arrow in sprite list. Go to events and drag and drop when flag clicked. Then go to looks. Select set size and replace 100 with 50. Then click the flag. You can see the size of down arrow is reduced. Now do the same for the rest of 3 arrows. Select arrow in sprite list, then choose when flag click and set size block from block palette and reduce the size. So yes, we reduced the size of all 4 arrows. Now arrange the arrows in proper way. Yes. Now next step is when we click on this arrow, the frog should move. So we need to sense the touch and arrow key. For that, we will broadcast a message when we click on any of these arrow keys. Let's do the algorithm for arrow 1. Arrow 1 is down key, so click on arrow 1. Now go to events, drag and drop when this sprite click, block, and for the second block choose broadcast message block. Now click on arrow 2 and choose the blocks when this sprite clicked and broadcast message. Now change this message 1 to message 2. So click here and click on new message and type message 2 as it is for arrow 2. Now continue the same steps for arrow 3 and arrow 4. For arrow 3, the message we are broadcasting must be message 3. So the new message will be message 3. Finally, arrow 4. And here for arrow 4, the message we are broadcasting must be message 4. So new message will be message 4. So yes. Now our next step is to receive this broadcasted messages and need to move the frog according to that. Now we need a snake for this game. The snake should eat the frog. That's our game. So click on this paint option. Now click on this circle. You can adjust the color, saturation and brightness as per your wish. So I'm just adjusting it. I have chosen this and you can see the circle here on the stage. Now reshape it to make the size equal to the size of frog. We only take one circle at first because every time our frog is touched by the snake or snake eats the frog, the length of snake must increase. That is, it should automatically increase the length. Now click on the snake or circle on the sprite list. We can do the coding. Go to events and drag and drop the block when flag clicked. Then go to looks and choose the block, go to X, Y, drag and drop it just below the first block. Make the X and Y position 0 so that whenever we click the flag, the snake will come back to the mean position. Now we need our snake to move in a direction when we click the arrow or when we touch the arrow. For that, go to events, choose the block when I receive message. Every time we press the arrow, each message is broadcast and we have to receive those messages here. When we press on arrow 1, it will broadcast a message 1 which should be received here. So change message 2 to message 1. Now go to variables and choose the block set my variable. Drop it here. Set a new variable direction so that you can see to which direction snake is moving. Now change my variable to direction and also replace 0 with a down. So click here and delete 0, then type down. So whenever we press the down arrow, our snake will move downwards. Similarly, we need to set up the same code for rest of the 3 arrows. Go to events and choose the block when I receive message. Change the messages here from message 2 to message 3 and here from message 2 to message 4. Now we need set direction block from variables. So choose that and place it over here. For arrow 2, broadcasting messages message 2 and the snake should move up. So replace 0 with up. And for arrow 3, the snake should move right. So replace 0 with right. So type right here. And finally for arrow 4, snake should move left. So type left there. Now we have received the message. We need to move the snake according to the message direction. Select forever loop from control and place it over here. Now we will check different conditions. For that, choose if then loop and place it inside this forever loop. If direction is down, which is the y-axis, then the snake should move in y-axis. So go to operators, choose equal to block and place it in this space provided over here. Now go to variables and drag and drop direction block over here. Replace this 50 with down. If we press this down arrow, the snake should move downwards, that is towards Y. So we need to set that. For that, go to motion and select the block, choose Y by 10. Replace 10 with -5. Now when we press down arrow, snake will move -5, that is 5 steps downwards. Click here and make a duplicate. Change down to up, so delete down and type up there. Also change -5 to 5. Here when we press up arrow, snake will move 5 steps up. Now place this whole block inside the forever loop. Once again, make a duplicate. Replace down with right and up with left. So delete down and type right there. Now delete this up and type left. Here the snake should move along x-axis. So remove these blocks of Y and choose change X by 10 blocks. We need 2 blocks of this. Here change 10 to 5. So type 5 there. Now here delete 10 and type -5. So here when we press this right arrow, our snake will move 5 steps to right, and we press on the left arrow, our snake will move 5 steps left. Now place these whole blocks below here. Let's check the activity. Click on the flag. Now press the arrow. Yes, you can see the snake is moving to the direction according to the arrow we pressed. Our next step is to increase the length of snake whenever it eats the frog. For that, choose Create Clone of Myself block from Control and place it over here. Now when each time the dot moves, number of dots will increase and will be added to the first dot. This will give an effect of increasing the length of snake. Just click on the flag. You can see it is not perfect. The problem with this is that it just goes on increasing randomly. To avoid this problem, we need to delete the clone after a certain time period. For that, go to Controls and choose the block When I Start as a Clone. Then choose the block Wait 1 second. And after that, delete the clone. So we selected 3 blocks. Now replace 1 second to 0.1 second. Now click on the flag. You can see the snake increased in small length. Now we can move on to next step. Our next step is to make the length of snake increased when it touches the frog or eats the frog. For that, go to Variables and create a new variable length. Now place that length block over here. Just select frog on sprite list. We need to move this frog in random position, that is, we need to change the X and Y position, then only this frog will appear in random positions. So first of all, go to Motion and select Go to XY. Place it over here. Now go to Operators and select the block Pick Random 1 to 10. Place it in this space. Now check the extreme X positions. So you can see in this left position it is -218. So replace 1 with -218. And in this rightmost position it is 232. So replace 10 with 232. Once again choose Pick Random 0 to 10 and place it here. Now check extreme Y positions and replace 1 and 10 with the values. So here replace 1 with 162 and in this position we should set our Y direction to the top of our arrow keys. Just adjust the positions. You can see the Y position is -49. So replace 10 with -49. Now drag those variables and can place it here so that we will get enough play space. Whenever the snake touches the frog, the length of snake must be increased by 0.1. So let's do the algorithm for that. Just select forever loop from control. Then select if then loop. Place it inside the forever loop. Now go to sensing and choose the first block touching mouse pointer and place it in this space. Change mouse pointer to sprite 1 as the snake is the sprite 1. So now when this sprite 1, that is our snake, touches the frog, its length will automatically increases. Now go to variable and select the block change variable by 1. Just drag and drop it over here. Change the variable to length and replace 1 with 0.1. Now when we click the flag, and if the snake touches the frog, its length will be increased by 0.1. The frog should appear in random position when it is touched by the snake. So need to choose the block, go to X and Y and place it here. Now go to operators and choose the block pick random 1 to 10 block and place it in both X and Y region. Define the position as same as there and now click on the flag and check the activity. Can you see when the snake touches the frog, the snake's length is increasing and also the frog is coming from random positions. We need to show the score. So set a score variable. Whenever the snake eats the frog, the score must be increased by 1. So click on the frog on sprite list, go to variables and choose set direction from variable. Before that, make a variable named score. So you can see your score will be shown here. Now choose set direction and place it here. Change direction to score. Now select change direction and place it here. Here also change direction to score. Now click on the flag. You can see that the score will be increased by 1 whenever this snake eats frog. But can you see some problem here? When we start the game, the length of snake should be small as before. But that is not the case here. So we need to set another block. So go to variable and choose the block set direction and change direction to length. Yes, now it's perfect. Now we need to set up blocks to end the game. We cannot take the lower edge, so whenever the snake touches the lower edge and also other edges, the game should be set to end. So draw a line on the lower edge. For that, go to costume and draw a line. You can choose any color for the line. I'm choosing a red line. So I'm drawing the red line here. You can see that red line on the stage. You can change the sprite name to line. Now come back to code. Now set the position of line to the lower edge, just above the arrows and variables. Click on Sprite 1 in Sprite list. Go to Control and choose the block if then and place it inside this forever loop. So we just need to adjust that. So keep this block outside for some time. Now choose touching mouse pointer from sensing and place it in this space. Change mouse pointer to line. Now once again choose if then block and place it here. Also choose the block touching mouse pointer from sensing. Place it here. Now change mouse pointer to edge. So whenever our snake touches the edges or the red line, our script should stop. So choose stop all from controls and place it here in these spaces. Now change all to this script. So from now onwards, when the snake touches any of the three edges and red line, the game will end. You can see the snake is moving too fast. It will be difficult if it's move fast. So change the movement from 5 to 3. So change 5, replace 5 with 3. So replacing -5 with -3, and here 5 with 3. Here also 5 with 3, and here -5 to -3. Now click on the flag and check the game. Yes, so you can see our snake is eating the frog, and the snake is moving as we press the arrow. Yes, so the game ends when it touches the ends. Instead of when a receive message block, we can use when space key pressed block, which can be used to control the movements for the computer users, so that they can use keyboards for controlling. After choosing the when space key pressed block, you can assign some keys to control the movements, that is like up, down, left and right. Let us give a background to the game. So choose background by clicking here. We can choose any of this background. We can choose this blue sky too. Yes, so our background is ready. Now we can add some sounds when snake eats the frog. So go to sound. And choose the play sound block and place it over here. Whenever we gain one score, a pop sound will play. Now click on the flag and enjoy your game. You can add more sounds and also game over section, which you have done on previous classes in this game also. In our original snake game, the game will end when the snake hits its own body. You can do that in this game also. So try doing this by adding more animations. We will meet again in next session with another Scratch video. Till then, bye.